Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, and I'm here to help you reach your potential as a leader and a human being. Welcome to Remarkable TV. Today we're talking about your shape. Not your weight, your shape. Are you ready? Let's get started. You may have heard of the idea of a T-shaped individual. Maybe you haven't. Either way, we're going to spend a little time on it now to either remind you or enlighten you, okay? So in the early 1990s, a man named David Guest identified or created a metaphor of what he called the T-shaped individual. And it was designed to be a way to define the kind of person that you would want to have working for you in the workplace. So let's talk about what this T-shaped thing is all about. So the top of the T defines the breadth of us as an individual. How many things do we know something about? How many areas are we conversant in? How many disciplines are we aware of? How many perspectives and experiences do we have? And the more of all of these things we have, the more breadth that we have, the longer the top of the T line is. And the vertical of the T defines depth. It defines things that we have great specialty in, things that you know a lot about, have a lot of experience about, have specialization in, to the degree that you have those things, or the more of those things you have, the deeper, the longer the T line is. So we have a T-shaped individual, right? Breadth and depth. Now, many times when people get first promoted to being a leader, they're shaped a lot more like an I. They know a lot about the work that they've been doing. They can do all of those things. They have a lot of experience there, but don't have a lot of breadth about the rest of the business, or about the industry, or about leadership, or a variety of other things. They may be shaped like an I. And there are other leaders, well, they're a little more hyphen-like. They've got a lot of breadth, but don't have much depth in much anything. So here's my question to you. What is your shape? What is your shape? I encourage you to think about that over the next day or so. I encourage you to share this video with others, have them watch it, and then ask them what they think your shape is. What are the things that you have breadth in? What are the things that you have depth in? And think about it. Use the thinking and use the feedback to help you think about what your learning goal might be next. What do you need to do to get your T-shape more T-like? And speaking of learning goals, we'll talk about that in next week's episode to give you a little more help with that very thing. All right, let me close with today's tweet. Remarkable leaders continue to broaden their knowledge and not just go deeper in their specialty. Well, I mentioned that next week I'm going to record a video for you about learning goals, which I'm going to do, but it also implies that there is a next week. There's also 182 past weeks of this Remarkable TV process. I hope that you'll subscribe now and join us so you can get every future episode, including next week's, so that you can move on your path to being a more remarkable leader.